cheerleading is as American as apple pie, as baseball, as hot dogs, as thinking that you could become a billionaire, as believing that we landed on the moon. Hello YouTube, my name is Dana Donnelly, and in this video I will be discussing how consuming American media about cheerleading ruined my freaking life. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel so I can achieve the American dream of becoming rich and famous despite not wanting to work hard and having very little talent whatsoever. Cheerleading is a symbol of American middle-class glamour. It says, look at me, I'm waving around shiny pieces of plastic trash and the people love it. And that's the American dream. This isn't a well-researched video about cheerleading and its impact on American culture, okay? This is just a video about my experience as a cheerleader at an American high school and how I thought it would be the highlight of my life, and it was actually my rock bottom. For as long as I can remember, I was obsessed with being a mean, popular cheerleader. And it wasn't just about cheerleading. Like, it wasn't just about pom-poms or dancing or stunt formations. It was specifically about being mean and popular in a high school social context. I think it was because I'm like low-key, like a little bit, the kids these days call it autistic, but I just like always wanted a role to fill and play, right? A lot of the media I grew up watching glorified the cheerleader. Kate from Lizzie McGuire, Libby from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Who else was a popular cheerleader? Mandy Moore's character in Princess Diaries, Brooke Davis in One Tree Hill, Peyton in One Tree Hill. The girls in Gossip Girl were not cheerleaders. They were too rich for that. Growing up, when I thought of popular high school girl, she had a pair of pom-poms on her. In my mind, the best way to get a boyfriend was to do a backflip off a human pyramid of girls who were pretty. I associated being a cheerleader with popularity, a positive high school experience, with love, recognition, respect. I thought that being a high school cheerleader would get me the respect that I just wasn't getting. I think so much of wanting to be a popular cheerleader came from my desire to fit in and to conform. I mean, obviously, the whole thing about being a cheerleader is that you have a uniform, that you look exactly like all the other girls on your team, that you don't stand out, and no one knows what a freaking freak you are. I think that's the real reason I wanted to be a cheerleader, so that no one would know what a freaking freak I am. I'll be real too, like, I didn't like the nice cheerleaders in movies and TV. Like, I didn't like that Torrance in Bring It On, played by Kirsten Dunst. I didn't like that she was like nice and cool and wanted to play fair. I much preferred the Big Red character. Like, to me, part of being a popular cheerleader was being a bitch. I wanted to be a bitch. And maybe that's why I got struck down so hard by God. Maybe that's why my cheerleading journey was the most humbling experience probably anyone has ever had ever. My high school cheerleading journey was relatively short-lived. It began the summer before 9th grade when I tried out. I was actually uniquely suited to do well at tryouts because I was short and I had a back handspring, which meant I could tumble and be a flyer, one of the girls they throw in the air in the stunt formations, right? Lo and behold, I make the varsity cheer team as a freshman. Wow, things are looking great for me. I'm one of 5 freshmen on the varsity cheer team. It seems like everything is rainbows and sunshine. I wish I had more photos from this era, but it ended up being a very traumatic era for me, and so I actually don't know where a lot of the photos went. You'll just have to take my word for it. I was, for a short period of time, one semester, a freshman varsity cheerleader on the Palo Alto High School cheerleading team, okay? And you'll just have to take my word for it. TLDR, within my first semester of freshman year, I get put on psychopharmaceutical medication that makes me obese, and I gain like probably 30 to 40 pounds in the span of like 4 months my freshman year of high school. And by homecoming game October, I no longer even fit in my cheer uniform. Oh, I don't even know how to tell the story. Basically, I got on varsity cheer as a freshman. I had a coveted position on the team as a flyer and star tumbler. And then I gained so much weight that they slowly just stopped utilizing me in the stunt formation because they didn't have the balls to look me in the eye and tell me, you're too fat to fly, toots. And I stopped showing up at practice because I was getting non-verbal cues that they didn't want me there. And ultimately, I quit by the time second semester rolled around. And that was my time on the cheerleading team. Anyway, being a cheerleader did not make me popular. It turns out that popular comes first. It's like squares and rectangles, right? Popular girls sometimes are cheerleaders, but not all cheerleaders can be popular girls. That's what happened to me. I was a cheerleader who wasn't popular. I was a cheerleader who got too obese for my uniform within a matter of months. I was a cheerleader who started off as a flyer, one of the girls they throw in the air, and ended as a hider, one of the girls they tell to go hide behind the bleachers while everyone else does the cheerleading because they're too fat and it's humiliating. But all this to say, it turns out that being a cheerleader will not solve all your problems. If you're that desperate to play a role like I was, of mean popular cheerleader, a role that really only exists in TV movies and in my imagination, the answer is not to do anything you have to do to play that role. The answer is to figure out, who the frick am I for real? And for me, who the frick am I? I'm a girl who did cheerleading for 1 semester in high school and has made it way too big a part of my personality. And that's who I am. Is it glamorous? No. Is that cool? No. But is it who I am? Yes.